I don't know if some of you are already on social media, one of these applications that you can find. There are many of them who are very good, but as you know, everything can be good or can be bad. Depends on the use that we do the things. Every year during the Lenten season, many people post pictures or images or advices or ideas or stories. Not all of them from the Bible, but some of them very creative. Like for instance, the story of this man who was complaining to Jesus. This man was praying. He was telling, I suffer too much. Probably I am the only man who is suffering in this way in town or maybe in the country. I think my cross is very heavy. And then Jesus says, oh, don't worry, come. And then he showed the man about many crosses all around. Choose any cross that you want to have. And then the man was happy because God gave him the opportunity to choose his own cross. So he came and tried one, oh no, this is too heavy. And then he took another cross and, oh no, this is too light. And then he was testing all these crosses that some of them were decorated crosses, other just wooden crosses. And then finally, after he spent a couple of hours trying to find the right size for him to bury, he found one and says, oh, I think this is one. I think I can handle with this one. And then Jesus says, did you see the name that this cross has? And it has the name of the man who has the cross. Well, it's not in the scriptures. It's not a revelation from any saint. But it's a very interesting story that for me, to help us to remember that God is not going to give us something that we cannot bear. God is not going to give us a heavy cross that we cannot carry. But that's why we need to be alert and we need to be aware about many things. But one of them is God sent His only Son to the world, free from sin. Not even original sin, no any kind of sins. But He did not exempt His Son from suffering. And when we suffer, and when we think that we have the worst sufferings in town, let's remember that Jesus died on the cross. Let's remember that Jesus, being innocent, was in prison, was crucified, and suffered for our salvation. So Jesus came and taught us how to deal with suffering in faith. And another thing is, when we suffer, we need to remember that our suffering, sooner or later, are going to end. Suffering is not going to be forever. Sometimes we can recover from suffering, or sometimes we die and everything is over. But suffering is not forever. Good times are not forever. That's why we need to be also trying to balance the good times and the difficult times, and to carry our crosses with dignity and respect. And not trying to give a pain in the neck to our family members or friends who live with us, in order to be able to, instead of helping them to carry their crosses, trying to make their crosses heavier. I hope this Lent, all of us can do something. And one of the things is try to help the husband, the wife, the brother, the sister, or anyone who needs our support. And instead of making their lives more difficult, let's help them to enjoy life and to help them with their sufferings, with their crosses. This is one of the good recommendations during this Lenten season. So, if you want to follow Jesus, carry your cross and follow Him. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.